Good morning, church family. Ron Branscombe here. I get the blessing of bringing a quick summary of chapter 6 of the book of Hosea. And in chapter 5, we learned of God's judgment towards Israel. And in chapter 6, we get to see their response. We get a picture of their heart, a view of their heart. And in the first three verses, you see their response. They do say, hey, come, let us turn back towards the Lord. He has torn us in pieces, but he can heal us. And so there is a little bit of exposure of, they've had some judgment inflicted upon them. The one thing that's interesting, though, is they, in verse 2, it references, that after 2 days he will revive us, and on the third day he will restore us. Some people feel like that's a shadow prophecy of Jesus, and it could be, but I view it more of they were thinking this isn't going to take very long to get back in God's graces and get out of this judgment situation. And so if we can just, quickly get back into the regular fold, we'll be okay and things will get back to normal. There's almost like we're guaranteed this. As the sun rises, he will appear. He will come to us like the winter rains, like the spring rains that water the earth. So they felt like this was going to happen, that it was a guarantee. And that's what I see in this particular chapter is the heart of Israel and them really being in a ritualistic mode rather than a heart. The rest of the chapter, verses 4 through 11, is really God's response back to this. In verse 6, God's saying, "For I desire mercy, not sacrifice." Really calling out, I'm not looking for the ritualistic things. You could almost replace that word mercy with loyal love. God, and as to how he wants that relationship with us today, it's the heart. It's not the things that we do outwardly. From the heart, those things should occur outwardly, but it's not the ritualistic, I'm going to do these steps and be forgiven, and really not a true repentance by Israel. And God knows that and sees that. So really in chapter 6, that's a quick summary of the picture of Israel's response and God's response back to them. He's calling out their lack of faithfulness towards him. I pray that you'll have a blessed day, and we will, Lord willing, hope to see you Sunday. Take care.